we're going to do this in 2 stints. First of all, I'm amazed that a Doctor Who story with so much going on, with so many elements, returning elements, new interesting things happening, good performances, can feel so empty most of the time. And I think it's only in the last episode that I've come to realise that why is Lupton sidelined on Metebelis 3 for the latter half of the story, when he's one of the most interesting characters? Tommy's emergence as, fairly insulting actually, emergence as this highly intelligent individual is kind of lost in the melee at the end. Only when the Brigadier comes back in do you realise that the Brigadier has been a much needed force within the story, and I question why Yates is there at all if you could have put the Brigadier in that position in some capacity. I don't see any reason why you couldn't have drafted this with the Brigadier in that spot. And let's be perfectly honest, I would rather have the Brigadier featuring at the front of the action in Pertwee's last story than Mike Yates, but that's just me. I'm not particularly hot on Mike Yates. I have to reiterate that I think Elizabeth Sladen, in every single thing she does, adds to whatever she's doing. Just little moments where she's possessed by the Queen, and she does the bit at the end where Campo materialises, and the way she looks around the room as if she's trying to place the noise tells you masses about that effect without actually paying for the effect. You've just got, you know, so far the best companion that's ever been in Doctor Who, and I don't think that is stretching the case. I think that Pertwee's performance in this last story is really good. I think it's perhaps another indication of Pertwee playing Pertwee, because one would only suspect that this is quite a traumatic leaving of the series for him. And I think that this tries to be accumulation of a lot of strands that were going on through the Pertwee era, but I think fundamentally fails in that regard because the strands weren't there in the Pertwee era. I think we rewrite a lot of the stuff that's gone on. But, you know, the trip to Metebelis 3 and the Green Death was a joke. It was a good joke, but it was a joke nonetheless. And to try and zhuzh it up now into something a bit more important than that. The Master is sorely missed in this story, I think. And the whole stuff about what the original ending of the Third Doctor's tenure was going to be with the Master in, that's gone to the ages now, and we'll never have that. And I think it was a bad idea anyway. But having the Master in this story would have been much better. I think the Spiders are a mistake, because I just don't think they have, as a prop, they're not impressive enough. And the Great One at the end, fine. CSO nonsense. Second the Brigadier comes back in, everything's brilliant again. That screams volumes about the Pertwee era, but there we go. And the last scene is very affecting, and I think it's a great regeneration. So, as a story, I think The Planet of the Spiders is ultimately a failure. Those 4 blokes running out at the end, I mean, get lost. I just want Lumpton doing his thing. That would be much more potent. I like, you know, a new Time Lord at the end. But anyway, so I'm going to stop this video now. Planet of Spiders, not that great. And I'm going to do another video, and that is going to be a lot more fun. Stay there.